Expectations. Perhaps the hardest thing for anyone is to surpass expectations that someone has set for them. 5,671 yards, 60 touchdowns. Joe Burrow is now a walking legend for LSU. He led them to a national championship, won the Heisman, and brought glory to Louisiana. I think it would be tough for anyone to fill his shoes. Well, Myles Brennan has the unthinkable task. The new quarterback for Louisiana State University has some lofty expectations. But who is Myles Brennan? In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. If you like what you see, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are starting our live stream podcast on Wednesday, so come by, watch, and hang with us. Myles Brennan was born on March 2nd, 1999. He was born to his parents, Owen and Megan Brennan, in Long Beach, Mississippi. Myles grew up with sports all around him. His father, Owen, played football at Tulane. He was a linebacker and returned kicks for the Green Wave. He played 11 games in 1978 when Tulane finished 4-7. His mother, Megan Brennan, who went as Megan Riley at the time, was a two-sport athlete at Tulane. She played basketball from 1977 through 1979, as well as volleyball from 1977 through 1980. She averaged 8 points and 5 rebounds in her career at Tulane. She played in 44 games. Myles' mother, Megan, was also the first ever woman to be granted an athletic scholarship from Tulane. Myles Brennan has 2 older brothers, named Bo and Hunter. Although Hunter wasn't a college athlete, Bo, on the other hand, was a walk-on with Ole Miss. However, Bo had an injury that derailed his college career before it could really ever begin. Coming from a family of collegiate athletes, pressure was on Myles from a young age. Any expectation that was thrown at him, he laughed at and crushed it. He attended St. Stanislaus College boarding school in St. Louis, Mississippi. While attending St. Stanislaus College boarding school, Myles Brennan did not try to escape expectations. In fact, he set his own. He wanted to be the best. He worked hard every day to become the best football player that he could be. He started varsity as a sophomore in 2014. From the second he stepped onto the high school football field, saying he was dominant would be an absolute understatement. As a sophomore, he started 15 games. He completed 409 passes of 582 attempts for 5,797 yards. He threw 64 touchdown passes and 14 interceptions. First of all, that is absolutely absurd. Almost 6,000 passing yards in his first time starting at quarterback in high school. Adding 64 touchdowns is absolutely unheard of. A star was in full blossom, and he was definitely not going to stop there. In his junior year, he threw once again for over 5,000 yards, hitting 303 completions. He threw 53 touchdowns and cut his interceptions to 8. Turning into an absolute stud, he won the 2014 and 2015 Biloxi Sun-Herald Player of the Year. The offers were rolling in already for Myles. He had offers from the likes of Vanderbilt, Wake Forest, Virginia, UTSA, Troy, Southern Miss, and South Alabama. He was not done yet, as more offers were most definitely going to keep rolling in. In fact, he got offers from 17 Division I schools. An underrated part of Brennan's game was running the football. Although he is not much of a takeoff type of quarterback, he is an absolute athlete. In his first couple of seasons as a starter, he had 124 rushes for 686 yards and 14 touchdowns. Early on, Myles Brennan proved to be an absolute touchdown machine, combining for 131 touchdowns. He provided his team with anything they could possibly ask for. Going into his senior season, the sky was the limit for the up-and-coming quarterback. In Myles Brennan's senior season, he played in 3 less games but was equally impressive, having completed 275 passes for 3,982 yards and 48 touchdowns. Although it seems like his numbers have declined, they really did not. He had played 3 less games than his prior season, but he hit almost 4,000 yards in less than 400 attempts. He maximized his touchdown capabilities as he threw an unbelievable touchdown per 5 passes. Myles Brennan had completed an insane senior season and was in store for many college offers because of his great work. After his senior year, he got offers from some major programs. He received offers from Cal, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, Kentucky, and LSU. Now, many people, including 24/7 Sports, thought he was going to sign with Oklahoma State University, but he surprised almost everyone when he signed with LSU. Now, LSU has had many quarterbacks in the past few years. With Danny Etling on the roster when Myles was signing there was not a clear path to beating a starting quarterback. In fact, there were many rumors around that Myles Brennan was thinking about transferring. He was a highly recruited member of LSU's 2017 signing class. After many fails at quarterback, LSU finally thought they had landed the big fish. After LSU got Joe Burrow from the transfer portal in 2018, many thought that the highly touted prospect would leave LSU. They were not stretching far for this assumption. Now, Joe Burrow transferred after not getting the job at Ohio State. Something that rubs many athletes the wrong way is being replaced when they feel like it's their time to shine. Danny Etling was gone, and it was supposed to be time for Brennan to shine. Now, Brennan in 2018, after Burrow was uneven, felt like he had a chance at the starting job. But when Joe Burrow completely changed into a star quarterback, his window of opportunity disappeared. In September of 2019, on the 24th, following another amazing performance from Joe Burrow, Myles Brennan missed practice for 2 days. This caused a lot of people to start getting antsy. Many thought he may be transferring. However, Brennan was a special case. He redshirted and made the right decision to stay at LSU. He even addressed the rumors himself on Twitter by writing, quote, "Breaking news, I'm not transferring. Never have thought about it and don't see myself doing so." Any speculation that was being had by fans and the media had the door slammed in their face. Brennan was the 6th overall pro-style quarterback in his 2017 recruiting class. He has 2 seasons of eligibility left for LSU. This year, he will take all the snaps under center for the Tigers. He is as talented of a prospect as they come, and he has huge shoes to fill. Earlier, I mentioned expectations. We must be wary of not asking too much from Brennan right away. However, even though he is not Joe Burrow, you cannot underestimate the talent Myles Brennan has. He has been a star since he was 15 and most definitely will not stop now. Do not sleep on LSU this year. They may just surprise the college football world and win a bunch of games this year. If Brennan plays very well this season, he may even enter the NFL draft, and he will be up there with Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance for the possibilities of being drafted on night 1. Now, I know this is only part 1 for Myles Brennan, and maybe in a year or two, we'll have a part 2 of Myles Brennan talking about the story, whether he ended up being a massive prospect or not living up to the expectations we may have set for him this year. If you like this video, check out my other videos in the Who Is series. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. And remember to embrace the grind.